Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 59 for the week of February 12th, 2019. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and today I am dressed in the man in the... Is that an Apple Watch Series 3?
It is.
The Apple Watch Series 3, Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you today?
Doing just fine. Thanks for the wild and crazy introduction.
You know, we've had, being in Minnesota, we've had some pretty shitty weather.
The snow is real.
It's about to be real tonight, too. You know, you gotta, and it's been like a mundane Monday, you know, so we gotta pump things up a little bit.
Sure.
Pump it up, pump the chips. I don't even know if I know how that song goes.
That's all I pretty much know of that song.
It's good. It's good stuff. You doing the dance move to it now?
Just bobbing up and down.
Will, how are you today?
Yeah, doing fine. As we say, it was a Monday.
Just another manic Monday.
Yeah. No, I feel like I got a decent amount done at work today, but work is work and it'll always be there, so more to look forward to tomorrow.
Will, unless you get laid off.
That's not going to happen.
I said weight off on accident there. That's pretty bad.
I knew what you meant.
Thanks, man. Should we talk about what's going to be on the show this week, Will?
Yeah, let's get into some Halo.
All right. First and foremost, this is what we got coming up on this episode. Will has plenty of rosters to talk about. That's right. Roster Mania is back and hot for this episode. Then we're going to talk about some Apex Legends because, yeah, that game has taken the world by storm, to say the very least. Halo Outpost Discovery has been officially announced. We're going to talk about that, and we also have an announcement ourselves to talk about. The playoff picture for the Halo Draft League has been completed. We're going to find out which teams made the playoffs and which teams did not, unfortunately. The AGLA, the American Griffball League of America, continues with some hot matches. The UGC Winter Series is off to a rocky start. And we have plenty of community creations to talk about later on in the show. But before any of that, Will, we got some housekeeping to do. So, Will, you remember on our last episode, we did Halo hot takes and unpopular opinions, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, a couple people were not able to submit theirs in time, but that's okay because Marlon, over on YouTube, he gives us his piece for the topic after the episode comes out because he listens to it on YouTube. So that's the only opportunity he has. So Marlon, we got your hot take here and we're going to read through it. Again, this is from Marlon over on YouTube. Halo 2 was a shit show. We're starting off great already. I love this. Nothing but glitches and too much dumb mechanics that only assholes enjoyed. We're really getting in there, Will. Okay. Halo 3 was not only the title update the series needed, but I got to destroy players that loved Halo 2 for its glitches. Halo 2 campaign is boring at the end. It only starts to pick up at the part where the chief says he's finishing the fight. Halo 1 multiplayer is shit compared to Halo 4 multiplayer. Whoa! Whoa! That's a big one. Let's see. No variety in Halo 1, plus melee mechanics are trash in Halo 1. Silos is gonna just be, like, rolling over right now. We need roster locks so the pros can stop passing each other, like VD was passed in the 70s. Do you want to elaborate more on that? What is VD?
STD.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm an idiot. My bad. Titanfall 2 is a better game than every Halo game so far. Whoa! Whoa! Marlon! Halo pros killed the franchise between 3 and 5. Oh my god. People who complained about Halo 4's story ruined the storyline for Halo 5 by pressuring the devs to bring back Cortana. Yes, that was a thing. Oh, that's what I got. That's it for Marlon. Hoofda doofda. Those were some...
I don't know what to say.
GD hot takes right there. Oh, man. Okay. Will, do you have anything to comment on that?
I really don't know what to say to all that.
It's a lot. It was, oh my god.
He said Halo 4 was better than Halo 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, we can go from the casual standpoint.
Sure.
4 was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Didn't work from a competitive standpoint.
Not at all.
Comparing all these Halos for me is hard because they're all so different.
Right. That's a really, really good point. This is a really good point. But it's just like, since it's the same franchise, people compare them.
Yeah, and it's funny how really each game has been different, and it's I guess you like what you like. That's what I'm going to say to that. It's
exactly. And I think we just learned that Marlon likes Halo 4. That's another one in my camp. Let's go, baby. All right. Then we had a hot take from Viscous as well over on Discord. And Viscous states that Haven, the Halo 4 map, is the best map of all time. Will, what are your thoughts on Haven, aka Mercy, in Halo 5?
I've never played Haven on 4, but Mercy in 5, I hate it. They could just shove that one back into 4 and leave it there forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
I wish it didn't exist in 5. I hate that map so much. And the beam rifle in the back, it's like almost a useless weapon.
Sure.
It feels like it is. Most of the time it just gets dropped off the map, or it's just ammo's fired. I feel like it's not used properly.
I've played against people who've used it properly, and it's annoying as all hell. The reason being, it's the reason why I was talking to Viscous about this map in the first place, is that my problem with Haven and or Mercy, whatever way you want to look at it, is that there are so many like nooks and crannies that you can see people from, like across the map and whatnot. I never feel like, I mean, maybe it's a good thing I never feel safe, but it's a problem when I never feel like I have an opportunity to get away, or I have an opportunity to make a correct play. That's just me. And also I think it was overplayed in 4.
Okay.
Like in matchmaking.
Yeah, and then it seems like whenever you get in a fight that someone can really drop down or flank way too easily.
Yeah.
That's kind of the not safe part of it, where if you're fighting on bottom, someone can easily drop down the stairs or down in mid and come from the other side.
Yep. Or if you have a jetpack, because in Halo 4 jetpacks were pretty big.
Get up top quick.
Yep. You can get up top really quick from bottom mid. And it's just like, I think some of the jumps are cool in that map, and I wish I liked it more for what it is. But every time I go back and play it, I'm like, can we please play something else at this point? Like I said, I think it's because I've just played Halo 4's Haven so much in matchmaking that's like, I just want something different at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Will, with housekeeping out of the way, what do we normally start the show off with? Roster Mania!
As always, we start with some Roster Mania. So here we go. We're going to start with the free agent and team list for upcoming events over at noobcombo.com. It's a Google Doc if you need to find a teammate or if you need to find a team. So we're going to read through them. Here we go. The G4G, Gamers for Giving, free agent list. Here are your players. The Bronx Demon is the gamer tag. You can find him on Twitter at BXSolja. We have Admant T over at Admant_II. We have 3 Beer Belly at Gamer Clothing Co. We have Gohan on Twitter at Gohan the Saiyan. We have Easy over on Twitter at ShiftEasy. We have Hypo on Twitter, Hypotonic. We have Tusk9 at Tusk. Oh, I'm sorry, not 9. That would be 13. What am I doing here? Over at Tusk13 on Twitter. We have Kevin Clutch over at Kevin Clutch on Twitter. We have Ghoul_V at Ghoul_V. We have Admiral Bunny. Again, same Admiral Bunny over at Twitter. We have Bulkosaur at Bulkosaur_HCS. I'm getting ahead of myself. My mind's not processing as fast as I like it to be.
I just like how consistent these are.
Yeah, we have 2 Vicious at 2 Vicious. We have Conology over at God of Con. We have Most Dope over at Most Dope FPS.
The most dope.
We have is it Hosty Shots over at Hosty Shots. We have Kayul over at Kayul and Nautilus EXG at Nautilus on Twitter. The teams looking for players to pick up. The gamer tags are RNC Display, world famous in Zypok. The Twitter they provided was display_HCS. Next team is Seesaw. Commence Mad is the full player name there. And you could either DM Zach Seesaw or Commodify over on Twitter. We have AF Realty and Saber. They provided a Saber Taylor as the Twitter handle. We have Tarzan and Guntype. You could reach out to either one of those on Twitter at Guntype or at TarzanXBL. We have Slogy and Struggler. Did not provide a Twitter. And we have Klepto and Revamped. And find Klepto over at Twitter at @A_Klepto. All right. We have the DreamHack Dallas free agent list. First player, OG Killa at the OG Killa. Jay Weezy did not provide a Twitter. We have Gohan at Gohan the Saiyan. We have Coco the Janitor. His Twitter handle is Dakota Dayak. We have Galloping Elk. Twitter is Galloping Elk 1. We have Easy. Twitter is Shift Easy. We have King Abyss. Twitter again, King Abyss. We have Exile. Twitter is I'm Exile, spelled XIL3.
Okay.
We have Ann M. Sterling. Twitter handle is MBR Sterling. We have Crewman12 at the Crewman X. We have Assertive at Assertive. Very nice. We have ICN Deadline at ICN_Deadline. We have Hypo. Find him on Twitter over at Hypnotic. We have Trunks JL over at Trunks_NJ.
Shout out to Trunks.
We have Tusk again at Tusk13. We have Protein over at A Nerd That Lifts. We have Slurshot over at Slurshot. We have Poseidon's BR at Chuck_D_Grunt. We have Cool Ranch Senpai.
Oh my god.
Over at CoffeeWiz42.
What a combination of words.
We have Joy Slays over at Havoc Joy Slays. We have Quicksilver at Hudge Coolin. We have Bulkasaur at Bulkasaur_HCS. We have Xcade7 at Jeremy Outta Here. We have Venom CT over on Twitter at Venom CT. We have Aiden at Gary Descary. We have Elvistico over at, how do I say that word? It's EIASTICOED on Twitter.
Is it like supposed to be Elasticode, but the L is an I?
Maybe. Easticode. Yeah. We have
Sure.
Gunstrafe over at Gunstrafe. We have Chronology over at God of Con again. We have Senshi at Senshua Chua.
Good luck with that one.
Yep. We have Most Dope again over at Most Dope FPS. We have Heavy Shots at Hosty Shots over at Hosty Shots. And Kyle again at Kyle on Twitter. All right, teams, partial teams looking for players. Yeah, we have again RCN Display, world famous in Zypok. Reach out to them at display_HCS on Twitter. We have Flamehead, the only toxic, and Engage. Reach out at Twitch Flamehead. We have Dread Takedown, I Always Slay, and Daffy GDI at HCS_Takedown. We have LTS Tosh and Berserk. Reach out at Berserk HCS. We have AF Realty and Saber. Again, reach out to a Saber Taylor. We have Just Eon and Shreds. Twitter handle just_Eon. We have Tarzan and Guntype. Again, Twitter handles at Guntype and at TarzanXBL. We have Highland CE and Catastrophe. Reach out to at Highland_CE. We have Drizzy and Uday. Reach out at DrizzyV. And then we have the Neutralizer, Schooldage, and Pawsey. Reach out to at Just Neutralizer. And that just does it for the Noob Combo Doc.
But what else we got, Will?
We got the UGC Winter Series.
Which means you got more rosters.
Gotta take a drink for this one.
Oh, we're getting the sip of the Diet Code Red Mountain Dew right now. Mountain Dew, get at us.
You're drinking a Game Fuel as well.
I'm drinking the OG Game Fuel
the previous
right
Game
now.
Fuel, the cherry, what is it, like
Cherry citrus?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Shit's delish.
All right. UGC Winter Series. First team, Last Life GG. This is crazy. Milkman. MBT? And Aurora. Denial. We have Straight Sick Aries commonly in Shayla. We have Burger Town, which is NYC, Wombat, Munoz, and Turley. We have Elusive, which is Dizzle, Fazzle 1, Fazzle 2, Stamina, FTW. We have Team Waste of a Seed, which is Omega, Juan, Filthy G, and Rain. We have Team Set on Fire. This is Carmack, Nolamac, Jordizzle, and Still OTL. We have GMS, which is Goofy, Tusk, Eco, and Gabriel. We have OBS, which is Seizure, Stunzy, Picoro, and Spenny93. We have Rise, which is Icons, Thrill, Waluigi, and Sayanisk. We have Project Base Mob, which is Yoshi, Buff, Genti 007, and HUD's On Problem. We have Team Sweet Revenge, which is Reezy, Dragonite, Ragemore Nerd, and Crazy Tension. We have Players Found, which is Reverbed, Dillappy, Friction Just, and Overload. We have Lux Gaming, which is Boobadooboo, Gilky, Daniel, Yakolev, and Cloudy Cloud. We have Team Charlie, which is Highlands, Crazy, Catastrophe, and Skronix? I'm going to go with Skronix. Next, we have Shady at the Door. It's Kevin Clutch, Vulcan CR, Obnoxious, and Vital. We have Aspire Esports, which is it Cookie Cooks?
I think so.
We have Slithy.
Slightly.
Oh, there's a T in there. Slightly. Hoctagon. And Splash Magikarp. Next up, we have Team Renown. This is Arctic, Clutch Domez, I should say, Augur, and Tom Trastafy. I can't speak today.
You want to try one more time on that one?
No, I don't.
Tom Tastrophe?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. What Josh said. All right, then we have Team Serenity, which is Tarzan, Guntype, Zerka, and Livewire. We have Reciprocity, which is Lunchbox, Snipe Down Roy, and Pistola. We have Mazer Gaming, which is Snaky, Haulers, Fluximus, and Flames, EU. Next, we have the Purple Dragons, which is Sullen, Ashes, Wise, and Haynes. We have Sudde, which is Wikachu, How the Flip, Realize G, and Posey XR. Next, we have Team Lutch, which is Pixelized, Braveheart, Petores, and Legendu. We have Oda Gaming, which is Goku / OVT class.
No idea.
We have Zebret, Braille, and Cadaddle. Next, we have Team Essence, which is Brat Damage, Bittersweet, What? Are you looking at that one too?
I'm looking at that one. Yeah, I'm reading along with you. Give it your best shot.
I got it.
What is it?
Oh, a cutie.
Wow. That's clever.
Oh.
You win that one. That's all you.
And Veronica.
Nice job.
So you guys know what I'm looking at here. It's just capital O and then lowercase HAQT. Yeah. All right. Then we have Unorthodox Gaming, which includes System Stats, Times Night, WT Fate. Like what the fate? And then checks. Next, we have Status Quo, which is Neighbor, Flamesword, Ace, and Assault.
It's Assault.
Oh, okay. There's extra letters at the end.
I don't know why.
It's Assault. And next, we have I can't even say. It's Infinite.
Thank you.
But it's whatever. Next we have which includes Hypnotic, Corruption, Gumby, and Glocksmith. We have Team Endless, which is Apple Juice, Kazug, Gore, and Neb. And we have Team Rat, which is Astro, King Abyss, Soldier Kid, and Poseidon's BR. We have Team Bandits, which is PMAC, Halusic, Act Big Daddy, and what is... Josh, can you read that one?
Big Poppy Ortiz. Or Bib Poppy Ortiz.
Bib Poppy Ortiz.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Team Look Alive, which includes Struggler, Slowgy, Godflow, and Raza. And last but not least, we have Tox, which is Eco, APG, Lethal, and Snakebite.
So we saw where Zerka lined up. He's on Gun Type's roster.
Gun Type, yep.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
So with all the moving around, he ended up on that roster.
Yes, he did. We'll see where they ended up when we get to the week 1 results of the Winter Series.
Yes, sir. That does it for Roster Mania this week.
Which means it's time for COD and Other Games Watch. What do we got, Will?
Nothing to report at this time.
And that does it for COD and Other Games Watch. I just like saying it.
I can tell. You enjoy that.
I get my arms going in there too, kind of like the Will's Adventures. Speaking of which, it's time for Will's Adventures within the Haloverse and Other Games too. Did you see I added that to the notes now?
You did.
I did.
And other games too.
Yeah, I did, yep.
All right.
Got to keep consistency.
Yep.
What did you play this week, Will? Or over the last week, I mean.
So the usuals, H5, MCC, Sea of Thieves. But the ones I really wanted to talk about was I jumped into the Division 2 beta.
What are your thoughts on the Division 2 beta?
So I played Division 1. The first one.
Yes.
A lot of it, actually. I wasn't impressed at all.
With
The Division
1 or 2?
with the new beta.
Okay. Did you play 1 after the update 1.8, I think is what it was called?
I did. When they came out with Survival and they did all the extra stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Not heavily like I did when it first started.
Sure.
They lost me a little bit in the end game of that. Like going through the story and getting better gear.
Yeah.
Was fine, but they lost me in the end game. And I don't know what it was, but I jumped in, I played. So I thought it was gonna be great. I jumped in on PC.
Mm-hmm.
First off, it doesn't look good. I wasn't impressed with it.
Okay.
So I go through the first mission and they basically tell you have to get to the White House.
Yes.
And I expected it was going to be like this huge fight to get into the White House, right? Like it should have been run down and taken over. You kill like 3 or 4 enemies and you're in. I was like, are you kidding me? Like they should have started this off hot. Get you into the gameplay. No.
And you already have control of the White House.
Yeah, the people who are on your side already have control of the White House. That's like your base of operations for the game.
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid. That was a stupid choice. They should have had you fight for the freaking White House the whole time. You're a government soldier. How cool would that be to have that as a gameplay narrative to fight back for the White House?
Yeah. I thought it was weird too. I'm like, I'll get to mine when you're done. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I agree though.
I played a couple other missions. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much the same thing as the first one. I'm done. There's not much added value there. They have new skill trees. Oh boy. More abilities to use that I don't want to fucking work for.
Division 2 hot takes. Let's go.
So I learned a little bit about the end game from watching YouTube videos, and what happens when you get to the end game? You unlock more skill trees to go earn. People
like skill trees.
I know. And then there's other, like, you unlock more loot to go get. So once you already get the best shit, oh wait, there's more best shit to get. I don't know. I don't want to put that much time and effort into it again.
I was gonna say, I think we did the same thing in Destiny for so often, you know?
Yeah, and so I did play through the first division. I went, in the end game, going into the dark zone, trying to get that great loot.
Yeah.
And I just I don't know. I don't want to grind for that again.
Sure.
I've already done it, and they really didn't change. Oh, they changed up the dark zone. There's 3 different zones now. I don't know. There's not much enticing me to this game.
Was 1.8 into Division 1, was that where like the Phoenix points came in? The Phoenix credits? Is
yeah,
that what
they had
called?
that. Yeah, so you could get different gear with those too.
Okay. Was that when that was introduced though?
Probably.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember because I didn't play when, like, I played through the story when the game first came out, but I wasn't ever a Dark Zone guy.
Sure.
So I played through the first content and then I just put the game away and never looked back. So I didn't play it when the new updates came out and survival and all that.
Yeah.
So it's good to have your perspective on it.
It might have been more fun with friends, as most games are, really. But I don't know, something about it, like, there wasn't... It didn't have the impact that it should have. Like, there was... When you first start in the Division 1, the disease has spread and you really don't know what's going on. That had such a large impact, like, what the fuck is happening to New York City?
Yeah.
And the story was finding it out.
Yep.
Finding out what happened. It sounds like it's going to be the same kind of storyline, but it doesn't make me care because I already went through that.
As long as it doesn't have the same final boss battle, where it's just a fucking dude in a helicopter that you're trying to shoot down. I'm like, that's a really lame way to end this game, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the game should have been... I only played the beta, so...
Right, and we don't know how far along the beta was.
Right.
Like, in development. I have no idea.
I feel like I'm shitting on this game hard, but...
Well, I mean, if it feels...
It felt wrong to me. It just didn't feel what I wanted it to be. Then that's... It just... Yeah, blah. Blah. That's what I'll say.
Blah.
I'll spend my money elsewhere.
Same here.
So...
What else do you play?
Well, I want to wait until we run through yours, because this is the last point on your list too, but of course I jumped into Apex.
Yes.
Who didn't? It's what it feels like.
Right.
It's what it really feels like, but what do you got?
So, Halo 5 MCC, like you said, we did the community play date. It was a good time. Division 2 beta as well. You played on PC.
Yes.
Okay. I played on Xbox One. Okay. It looked like horse shit. Okay. For those listening right now, if you have played Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox One, you may know what I'm about to talk about. So, Final Fantasy 15 came out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Like PC down the line because it was the Windows version or whatever, but it came out down the line. Either way, the Xbox One version, it looks like Vaseline was rubbed over every texture. Okay? It looks gross. The main characters look fine and all that, but all the environments look like Vaseline was rubbed over it. The textures in the Division 2 private beta on Xbox One look basically like that. To the point, now, I am playing on a base Xbox One, which means the One S is going to look the exact same. Okay? If I was playing on an X, maybe things may have been different. I don't know. But just for the sake of stating this, the amount of time it took for textures to load, I could just completely run past the objects instead of standing there. Like, I tested this because I really wanted to know. I was in one of the areas with just a lot of buildings, I guess, and I was going from like checkpoint to checkpoint. Okay, like you had to go talk to this person, and like gates would open to get you in and out. So I would go up to the gate, it would open, and then I would just run straight forward into the next little area, and there'd be these trucks at like a stopping point. Okay, and they'd have signs on the trucks. Well, the signs were blurs until I stopped and I waited for them to change. It took a good, I'd say 10 seconds for the texture to pop in. I ain't got time for that shit. So I don't, like Will said, I don't know how long this beta was in development for, but like, it didn't look good in the slightest.
And this is my first, so I played The Division on Xbox or PS4 the first time.
Okay, I played on Xbox.
So I was really hoping that the PC graphics would pull me in and make me want to redo this.
Yep.
Replay through this type of game, and they just didn't have it there, and it turned me kind of sour towards the game.
Exactly. Let's see. What else real quick? Shooting felt fine. It felt like The Division. So, I mean, you can't really expect much to change there. It wasn't bad in the first game. But yeah, I'm not... After playing through it, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to play any more of this. I'm okay. Like, it's going to be there for people, and people are going to enjoy it, I imagine. And apparently it has a lot of the changes that happened from the 1.8 update in the first game. That's why I keep bringing this up. Apparently it had a lot of those quality of life changes and improvements, and they ran with it. Unlike Destiny, where Destiny from the Taken King, you had so many improvements on the base game, and it was what it should have been from the beginning, and it seemed like they had a good launching point. Destiny 2 comes out, and they reverted all those fucking changes.
They changed everything.
Right? So at least The Division 2 has that going for it right now.
Yeah.
They took all that community feedback. It's already been implemented. It looks like it has a great starting off point for things to come. But yeah, other than that, like you said, I won't be investing my money or time into this. I'll wait.
And I was excited for it.
Yeah.
I just wish they would have done something a little different with it.
Sure.
I don't know. The story is not enticing me. Like the story was really what enticed me the first time. Like Wasteland, New York City to run through.
Yep.
And
the shutting the car doors, which you can do a lot more of in this game.
Yeah, they're all open.
They are. I think there's a statistic that shows how many you've closed.
Really?
Yeah, in the second one. Yeah. I'm
oh
pretty
my
sure.
God, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. I think they're just playing on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because why?
It was from the E3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like rub up against the door.
Yep. And they're like, it was next gen door closing physics or some shit. I'm like, I love it. I love it so good.
But yeah, no, I forgot my train of thought here. What I was saying before.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Division 2. I lost it. It's gone.
It's okay. So we talked about Anthem before.
Mm-hmm.
So EA Origin Access Premier members. That's a fucking mouthful. Hopefully they change that. The full game unlocks for those subscribers on Friday this week. I will be playing it on Friday.
I have Friday off. I might be gaming all day.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
See, my problem though is that all the issues that we experienced during that beta's time frame,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, and the things that, so I've been looking a lot more into this, kind of like how when Destiny was coming out, I was so into it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking more and more into this, and a lot of the stuff is really turning me off to it. Like, I'm going to play it regardless. But it's just, I obviously hope that every game's good, but let's say Anthem is not, then hopefully the Division 2 comes out the gate swinging and really lands on its mark. Because that'll be a good game for people to jump over to if they want to get that looter shooter fix.
And see, the funny thing for Division with me is I had no problems with it before that big update. Like, I thought it was fine. And
yeah,
sometimes, I mean, everyone's in the community says that the changes were for the better, but there was something about it. Like, for me, I played through the whole game, got used to those settings, and then I put it down because there really wasn't much else for me to do. Then they do the big update. I was like, okay, I'll check out the update.
Yeah.
Coming back to that many changes without being there through the consistent updates was weird for me.
Sure.
But, you get used to it again. Yeah, I just, this is where I was going with my thought.
Go ahead.
Those, like I said, the story is just not pulling me in. And something that the Division, the first game did, is they put out those short videos on YouTube of the live action stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And they really didn't play into like the agent this time like they did the first time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just not pulling me in like I thought it would.
I can understand that. But in the words of HCS Pro Talk, we'll have to wait and see. Will, the big one. We both played Apex Legends together for quite some time. And I can't believe I'm saying it. We've got one. we have found a BR that I actually enjoy playing. Wholeheartedly enjoy playing. Who knew that all it would take is Titanfall's gameplay in order to loop me in?
Well, here's something I wanted to say too, is that it's less players.
Yes, 60.
60.
Yep.
Smaller map.
Yes. I like it.
And I think that's what makes it so enticing, is that we've had games where we did have to run for a while to get to the circle and we didn't run into many people, but there are some games where it's like battle.
Yep.
Because there's so many people
and in
a
the
smaller
event,
area.
Right. And in the event that we don't engage with a lot of people, there always seems like there's more things to grab. Because when we're moving towards that circle, we usually always find a building that hasn't been looted yet, or an area that hasn't been looted yet, or maybe an area that has, that there were just things that we found that we can utilize.
Yeah, something maybe someone didn't want the turbocharger.
Right.
But I run that gun, the Devotion.
Yep.
And that gun is, people shit on that gun. It is amazing.
I think that's it though. I think it's amazing with the turbocharger.
Sure.
I think that's what people love it for the most. Like, I've seen that thing shred.
But how many turbochargers do you find just laying on the ground during a game? There is enough out there.
Sure.
If you pick up that gun, you...
See, I always feel... I'm a peacekeeper guy, right? I'm one of those people.
Oh, I agree. It's a great gun.
But when you always find... is it the compensator? Is that what it is? Or
most of the time, yeah.
You always find it. Like, I always find it.
The choke, that's what it's called.
Yes. Yeah, that makes it so you can have the charge shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's always, no matter, like every game that I at least get a peacekeeper in, I feel like it's always there. So, I don't know. I love it. What are your thoughts on Apex Legends, Will?
It's a good game. It's fun for me right now. What's happened to me in battle royales is that it generally starts off hot. I'm fine playing. I dive in, and then it just
fizzles out.
Sure. With the amount of cosmetics they came out with on launch, the fact that there's so many legends to play with, if you're not in my squad, I now main Lifelink.
I love her.
I still need to get used to throwing my drone out as much as possible, because like last game, me and my teammate were running. I'm like, oh shit, you're at half health. Let's go to this building. And I could have healed you like 5 minutes ago when we were back there.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. It's addicting. It's addicting, especially after you get like you want to grind for that first win. And once you get it, you're like, I want more.
Yep.
I want another one. I'm going to get another one.
So we played, oh my God, we played all night Friday night, basically.
Yeah, and it was getting rough at the end.
Yeah, I agree.
We were getting close, but we couldn't finish out games.
Yep, a lot of close top 2 placings.
Yeah.
Never could edge out that win.
Mm-hmm.
So Will and I went to sleep on Friday night, okay? And we both dreamt that we won a game or two.
I didn't dream that I won.
Oh.
I was just dreaming that I was playing.
Oh,
still.
I dreamt I won twice. So Saturday morning rolls around. Will texts me, hey, are we getting on? And I'm like, fuck yeah, we're getting on. So we both get out of bed, immediately get on the game. And it was our first game, wasn't it?
Yeah, first game of the day.
Yep, first game of the day, and we won.
Yep.
You got to dream to believe.
There you go.
It felt so good.
Yep, and then we won a second one shortly after.
Yep.
And we won another one once we had another member join our squad.
It was Maddie, wasn't it?
Maddie Rums, yeah.
Shout out to you, Maddie. Shout out to Noob Combo. But wasn't it one of the games we were rolling up near the end of the game. We hadn't engaged with many people during the game. But at the very end, we saw 2 squads engaging. We were top 3 already, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 squads left, including us. The other 2 squads are engaging with one another. We're hanging back, just waiting to see what's going on, right? This is when we get them in the choke point. We run back to the circle.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a lot of choke points on the map, is what Will and I have come to find out, because we get stuck in them quite often, is that there are a lot of choke points in between rocks.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Luckily, we got one of them this time. So both of the squads were engaging. One of them dies. we decide to make a move while they're engaging. We get through, we get to the choke point and realize that, and Will says, oh shit, they need to come to us. Why don't we just hang back at the circle? And I'm like, oh my God, it's a great idea. So we get back to the circle. It's in closing. This dude just comes running straight towards us.
Yep, not like
Didn't care
running, not
nothing.
looking around, just
Nothing.
beelining it.
Laser beam focus going right forward to us. So we kill him. And then there was one guy left and we take him down as well, and we won the game.
Took him down with the devotion. He was hanging out. It was
in the corner,
so
wasn't he?
The Wraith, it was Wraith that ran straight at us.
Mm-hmm.
Took her down because she didn't stop running.
Yeah.
And then the zipline dude, I forget his name, Pathfinder.
Yes.
Was like coming around the corner like, oh shit, my teammate's down. He hopped behind a rock. But then he didn't strafe. He didn't move. He just like stood there firing at me. So I just fired right back at his head because he couldn't hit his shots, unfortunately. And plus I had Josh, so I knew I was good.
Yep.
And we
I got your back, bro.
We mowed him down.
We did.
It was great. That was our first win.
It felt so good too.
Mm-hmm.
I was screaming, man.
Well, our teammate went down early in that game, didn't he?
Yes.
And I think we were engaged long enough where we couldn't get his tag to revive him.
Correct. Yep.
So he left.
Did he?
I think he left.
Okay.
Or did we start the game with 2? Either way. We had a lot of those where people would leave and we'd start with
the person that yelled at me
Oh, yeah.
for not running back and trying to get him. That was my fault, though. That was totally on me. I didn't realize that the time frame was so low. I mean, it's not low, but like I waited so long that the time frame was low at that point. I couldn't get back.
But here's the thing. We were engaged with that. He had gone down first.
Two other
squads in the area, and we were just maneuvering to stay alive. If you went for his tag, we would have been mowed down.
Yep.
And that would have been 2 of us down. Most likely 3 of us down and game's over.
Yeah. It was tough.
But yeah, that's really all it takes is those choke points and making sure you're in position.
Yep.
And yeah, it was that first one was so good after a long night of playing.
Yep. So we I found that our play style is we engage when we need to, not like if we want to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we play conservatively, but we do it well. Okay. So later on that on Sunday, right? Yeah. I played with a couple people, who played aggressively, like a Summit, like a Shroud, they just want to get the fuck in there and get kills.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't used to that style of play at all. So we'd get guns and whatnot. And like, I'd pin a squad and I'd say, oh, they're up there. And they just start going. I'm like, whoa, are we engaging? Like, hell yeah, we're engaging. I'm like, okay, yep, let's go. This is going to be awkward as hell. But yeah, it worked out for the most part. It was just funny.
See, it's funny that I play aggressive when I'm not playing with friends. I play kind of the opposite. Like, if you see a squad, I just would run at them. Be like, let's go, guys. Like, I'd start running.
Hell yeah. I got to do more of that.
Yeah, and you might die sometimes but it is what it is.
It's the only way to get better is by shooting at people. So
yeah, that was kind of when I first started playing PUBG.
Yeah,
I was so passive that when it came down to the end, I couldn't hit my shots.
Sure,
because I hadn't had the practice with the weapons, and they didn't have like a training or practice mode. It's just jump in and go.
Yeah.
So I just started landing military base every time, grabbing a weapon and trying to survive, and that's really where you learn how to use the weapons, what attachments are best, and
right.
I love that in Apex, it's so easy to pick up what you need.
Yes.
And
so easy.
And the great thing is like if you have something lower tiered or higher tiered, it tells you.
Yep. The game doesn't allow you to pick up bad stuff.
Yeah.
If you have better stuff equipped. Yeah. Which is so nice.
It's not, you don't waste your time looking, oh wait, do I have a purple mag or do
right. And that pinging system is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Dom about this at work. I'm so surprised that nobody's implemented something like that to that degree in any game yet.
Well, what people are doing, like what you do in PUBG, is you open the map, mark where they are on the map, and then the ping shows up in the compass.
Sure. But like this is so much more beneficial. You can set up different types of pings, so on and so forth. It just works. The
thing with BRs is most of them, like H1Z1, PUBG, they're kind of more on the realistic side.
Yeah.
Where this is something different.
This is pure fun.
It is almost just pure fun.
Yep.
And I'm worried if they try to make it competitive, that like, oh, all of a sudden we need weapon balances. The shotgun shouldn't shoot this far. No, that's what's great about like the Peacekeeper.
Well, I think they'll nerf that. Like, that gun's fucking, like, pretty beefy.
No, it needs to stay that way. It
needs to get buffed.
Yeah, no. That's what makes the game fun and exciting, though, is like, not everything needs to be what is expected to be. If they want the gun to be like that, that's how they should make it.
Sure.
I thought there was plenty of testing that was done with this game to where if they wanted that adjusted, they should have adjusted it already.
We have an Apex Legends hot take from Will.
I got a few of them already.
You do.
Division, Apex. Man.
We're keeping the ball rolling. The last point I wanted to hit on with Apex is I play with a controller on PC. And guess what, Will? It feels fucking great.
You said some of the squads you played with were like what?
Shocked.
Yeah,
they were shocked. So after a couple of the wins that we got with squads that did not include Will, just for the sake of like people understanding, because you already know that I play with a controller. When we got to the end, like I would have maybe 6 or 7 kills or so, and I would say that, like, yeah, thank God for the controller, or something to that effect, and they would stop, and they'd be like, wait, you're playing with a controller right now? I'm like, yeah. Like, wait, are you serious? Like, you're actually playing with a controller right now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm playing with an Xbox One Elite controller right now. They're like, holy shit. They're like, yeah. Like, we really couldn't even tell. And see, I can't turn as fast as somebody with a mouse, obviously, but I feel so much more comfortable having a controller in my hands. Like, now let's preface this by stating I use a mouse and keyboard for like Overwatch and other games that require it. Okay? PUBG, mouse and keyboard, right? Overwatch, mouse and keyboard. When I play Counter-Strike, if I ever play Counter-Strike, mouse and keyboard, right? Duh, easy. But there's something that's so intuitive about the way looting in this game works, the way the movement in this game works. Just, I feel so much more comfortable using a controller that I hit my shots. That's not an issue whatsoever. It's easier for me to ping and call things out, and I feel I'm a better teammate by using it. And since I'm more comfortable with it, that's what I use. It feels great.
I am curious at how the UI all works on a controller.
Destiny.
It's just like Destiny.
It's the cursor. You move the cursor around.
Oh, sure. So if you're looting, you open a box and you move the cursor to what you want.
Yep.
Okay, so you could technically loot faster if you're on a PC because you could just scroll and click and get out of there. But
you can still scroll pretty quickly on a controller though using the right stick.
Sure. So people don't even notice that you're using a controller, which is awesome.
Yep. The only thing that I have noticed is that by using a controller, I don't believe I can move and loot at the same time. You know, like people do the weeble wobble?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Yep, makes sense.
So if you play against me, you'll definitely see me playing on a controller because I'll just be sitting there.
That's kind of what when I played PUBG for the first time on Xbox, I tried to wiggle. I'm like, oh wait, I can't do this.
Yep.
Like nope.
You can't do the weeble wobbles.
And honestly, you only should be looting if you're safe to loot anyway.
That's what I do. It's exactly what I do.
So the last game that I played in, one kind of broke my heart. I carried the team. I was the kill leader for the whole match.
God damn.
I got a squad. We landed in an area, or our jump master pinged an area, and we were like, okay.
Sweet.
He fudged the jump. So we divert, right? We land in like the swamp area, and like there's 2 other squads there.
Do the 3 of you divert, or?
Yeah, we're all together.
Okay.
None of us broke off.
Okay, good. I hate when that happens.
So we get guns and this other team pushes us. I get a squad wipe right away. I got all 3 of them.
Nice job.
Mainly because my teammates were looting and I'm like, no, they're here. I need to shoot.
Yep.
Okay. Somehow worked around them. I've never, it was my first complete squad wipe. I was just like, holy shit.
That's when you texted me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
So one of our teammate ends up going down and dying.
Okay.
The other teammate picks up the card or whatever.
Yep.
I went down 3 times in this because as I said, there was 2 squads there.
Yeah.
So the other squad rolled up. So how did this play out? I'm trying to think. So the other squad rolled up. We engaged. I went down a couple times. The other teammate saved me. Great. We end up, he's a Pathfinder. He shoots a zipline. We just get the fuck out of there.
Great.
It's 2v3. While the only reason we were able to is because a third squad that wasn't us rolled up on them.
Oh my God.
So we ziplined, got out of there. So I'm like,
okay.
all right, let's get our teammate back in the game. We go to loot more at this other location that has a beacon. Teammate doesn't revive him and the circle is closing in. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, pinging it. He just like walks up to it and walks away. I'm like, pinging it. Nothing. So I looted the buildings and we booked it. Again, I am going towards another station. We get there, I'm pinging it, and he doesn't revive the teammate. And I watched him pick up the card. I know he has it. I just don't think he knew what the hell to do.
What an asshole. It shows up with a prompt.
Yeah. So
even on controller.
It was it was just us two for the rest of the game, even though I took him to another one after that to try to get him to revive our teammate. I think I ended up with like 7 kills by the end, 7 or 8 kills the end of the game. I was the kill leader for the whole match. We ended up coming in second, which I was not happy about. So
if only you would have had that extra teammate.
Yep. And we were, so final 3 squads, the last 2 were engaged. I roll up, the teammate sitting back because he had a long range weapon.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I had the LMG and a Peacekeeper. What do you know?
Love it.
So I roll up on the last 2 squads fighting, and I'm just watching them fight, and because they have to come to me to the circle, which is great.
Yep.
One of the other teammates spots me, so I'm like, shit, now I gotta fight. One of their teammates was down, so I shot at the other guy. He disappeared around the corner. I thirsted the teammate that was down, and then the other squad kept on fighting, so they took out one of the squads. So then at that point, it was 2v2. I'm shooting at one of the teammates. They're like flanking around. There was a big wall in front of us.
Yep.
And I get one of the teammates down. The one that flanked downed our teammate. And I was at like 30% health. I'm like, crap. Me with 30% health because I was the only one engaging for a while.
Right.
Our teammate, I don't think, hit anybody. I was the only one getting shots. So they are able to get the teammate from behind. I'm trying to heal up. When I cancel as soon as I see him pop around the corner. I like headshotted them a couple times, but I took 2 bullets and went down. I was so mad. I was like, I freaking fought this whole time. Teammate didn't revive anyone. I should have had that win if I had anybody else with me.
If you would have had that teammate with you.
Yeah. But no, it was thrilling to be in that position and to have it's just a fun game.
It's a great game.
It's so fun. Okay. We I feel like we've rambled on long enough about Apex Legends.
Yeah, I think that's all I got to. I'm going to be playing more of it. I'm excited.
Oh, me too.
I'm really excited.
The thing is I really should be jumping into Halo to practice for Halo Bowl.
We can do that too. We can do both.
It's going to be Apex. If you wake up on a Saturday, you're going to be like, yo, Apex over, yo, Halo at this point.
Yo, Apex low.
1 hour Apex, 1 hour Halo.
3 hours Apex, 1 hour Halo.
Okay.
Got it. Kill. Okay. We're in there. I'm just kidding. No, the game's really good though. Will.
Yeah?
It's time for the news.
Oh boy.
First and foremost, Halo Outpost Discovery has been announced. This is an article by 343 Industries over at HaloWaypoint.com, and I quote, "One of our favorite things about the Halo franchise are the many ways to experience its rich setting, from the games themselves to the dozens of novels, live action and animated films, comics, and more, that have been created and crafted over almost 2 decades. Today, we're excited to give fans a brand new way to experience and immerse themselves in this beloved science fiction universe. Welcome to Halo Outpost Discovery. Halo Outpost Discovery is a touring fan experience for all ages that brings the Halo video game universe to life like never before. This weekend-long event lets you step into Halo's vast and epic world with enthralling themed attractions, interactive in-universe encounters, the latest playable game releases, and so much more. Experience details, ticket information, and more are available right now at HaloOutpostDiscovery.com. Whether you're a Halo veteran or completely new to the franchise, Halo Outpost Discovery offers numerous experiences designed with everyone in mind. Featuring more than 300,000 square feet of activities designed to celebrate all things Halo, this weekend-long adventure will begin touring summer 2019, appearing at 5 major metropolitan areas across the United States in its first year. The dates and locations are as followed. July 5th through the 7th is in Orlando, Florida. July 19th through the 21st is in Philadelphia. August 2nd to the 4th is in Chicago. August 16th through the 18th is in Houston. And August 30th to September 1st is in Anaheim. Explore the ring experience, get up close and personal with a real-life warthog, battle fellow recruits in an epic laser tag arena, experience thrilling in-universe encounters with the latest simulation and VR technologies, and much, much more. Take advantage of hundreds of game stations to play, compete, and explore the storied Halo game series. Attend one of our many themed panels, meet the creators, special guests, and learn how the Halo universe is made, or take in part in one of the many available community events to learn how to livestream gameplay or build an epic cosplay costume. To bring this experience to life, we've partnered with Hershend Live, one of the world's leading and most renowned attraction and immersive experience creators. From the Harlem Globetrotters to Dollywood, the entertainment experts at Hershend have delighted people of all ages for decades and are extremely excited to help us immerse you in the universe like never before. We can't wait to share with you more in the coming months and look forward to seeing you and your family's boots on the ground at Halo Outpost Discovery later this year. Head to HaloOutpostDiscovery.com and at Halo Outpost on Twitter for the latest official news, ticket information, and more on the Halo Outpost Discovery Summer Experience. For all things Halo, stay tuned to Halo Waypoint and at Halo on Twitter. Will, before we get into our announcement, we have this next piece that we're going to read through, okay? The next piece of news is the Halo Community Update. This is posted by, how do you say it, Will?
Unishek.
Thank you very much, Will. First and foremost, we have a little bit more Halo Outpost Discovery information. The Hall of History. The beating heart of Halo Outpost Discovery is the Hall of History, where you immerse yourself in the achievements and tribulations of humanity through a combination of informative graphics, artifacts, and tangible visuals pulled directly from the Halo franchise. Featuring everything from United Nations Space Command, UNSC, weapons and accessories, uniforms, an iconic-to-scale warthog, life-size sculptures, and more. This exuberant tour of the Halo universe is the perfect introduction to your journey. In the Hall of History, new and experienced Halo fans alike will find something to discover. Next up, VR Training Grounds. Through the lens of virtual reality, teams of 3 will get to experience what it takes to be a Spartan in an immersive, Halo-themed combat training environment. Pelican Training. Step into the Pelican Training Simulation, an interactive experience that will require your practice with teamwork and decision-making skills while giving you an opportunity to get hands-on with some of the UNSC's most battle-hardened hardware. Post Exchange. If you're looking for a unique retail space that has one-of-a-kind Outpost Discovery products, memorabilia, and collectibles, look no further. The Post Exchange offers a wide variety of exclusive items so you don't want to miss out. Combat Deck. Experience the rush of playing Halo in real life with this Halo-themed laser tag combat deck. Danger is present around every corner as attendees use their cunning and coordination to win this fast-paced, squad-based, pulse-pounding activity. 2 teams of up to 20 go head-to-head for a chance to claim victory in the ultimate big team battle experience.
Teams of 20? Holy shit.
300,000 square feet, baby!
Damn.
I mean, not all laser tag, obviously. That'd be pretty fucking crazy, though.
That'd be a crazy laser tag experience.
It'd be like, what is it, Death Island in Halo 1? The Silent Cartographer mission?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? And then finally, the Ring Experience. This experience lets attendees explore the story of the mysterious Halo array through artifacts that leap off the levels and pages of some of your favorite Halo titles. At the center of the Ring Experience is a visually immersive, multi-projector, dome-based theatrical experience featuring a never-before-seen exploration of a Halo ring, giving fans a brand new appreciation for the sheer scale and magnitude of these ancient installations. Will, before we move on, what are your thoughts on Halo Outpost Discovery?
It sounds sick. Like, oh, so good.
It does sound really cool.
I want to know, can I jump in that life-size warthog? I want to like climb on the turret, stand up there all awkwardly and move just side to side with the turret.
Will, maybe we can see if you could do that. Do you want to tell the listeners where we're going to be?
We are going to be at Halo Outpost Discovery.
Which one?
Chicago.
That
It's the
is
closest
correct.
one to us, so it's the one we can make.
Yes, that is correct. So Will and I being in Minnesota, we're going to take the road trip over to Chicago in August. So if you're listening to the show and you're going to be at the Chicago Halo Outpost Discovery, we hope to see you there, and we can meet up, grab some food, have some fun conversations. Hey, Justin, be there. I'm going to say that. Be there. Please do.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. We're gonna be there all 3 days of the event.
Yep, we will be.
So plenty of Halo action to get into.
It's going to be a great time.
And yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm not too lore based, and I feel like this might be a little bit more lore heavy, so it'll be nice to learn some things.
This is technically your first event.
If you want to call it an event.
I know it's not competitive, but it's your first Halo event.
It is.
Yeah.
Nerd out a bit.
It's going to be fun as hell. So anybody listening to the show, if you're going to be at the Chicago Halo Outpost Discovery event in August, let us know. We want to meet up. We want to talk. We want to shoot the shit. It's going to be a great time. We hope to see you there.
We should find a way to signify us when we're there.
Like t-shirts, perhaps?
Oh boy. Giant HCS Pro Talk t-shirts.
We should get like cardboard cutouts of our heads. You know, like the giant ones. We just hold them up or some shit. I don't even know.
As we're walking around.
Like, how bad would that be? Like literal cardboard copies of ourselves.
Just like
big head
high
form.
Above our heads so you
Yeah.
can see us through the crowd.
Yep.
Standing in line.
I love it. I think we're onto something, Will.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's going to be exciting. And then eventually we're going to have DJ Blue, who is one of the organizers of this event, who works for the Harlem Globetrotters as well. We'll have him on the show to discuss anything and everything he can about Halo Outpost Discovery, so stay tuned for that. We'll have more information on that later. All right, keeping on with the community update, Halo 5. Last Thursday, head-to-head launched as a ranked playlist. Roaming King returned to Halo 5 for the second time, and Warzone Turbo made its usual end-of-the-month appearance. While last week was fairly busy, it looks like the rest of February will also be quite active as well. Let's break it down with a good old-fashioned bullet point list. I love me some bullet point lists, Will. I do. February 7th, which was last week, Mythic Shoddy Snipers rotates in for Action Sack. If you have any last bits of feedback on Action Sack, be sure to leave it in the matchmaking feedback and discussion forum. February 12th, Warzone XP Boost Pack returns. So if you want to play your Warzone, which Will and I will not be doing, you can get your XP Boost Packs. February 14th, Community Doubles returns for Valentine's Day. These community-made maps have received updates since their debut in November and should be prepared to enter ranked doubles on March 5th when the spring 2019 season rolls around. Jumping on Halo 5 during this Valentine's Day weekend will earn you a free giftable Valentine's Day pack. In case it wasn't clear ahead of time, you're supposed to give this to your doubles partner. I'd hope so. I mean, why wouldn't you? February 14th, Warzone Assault returns for the weekend. February 21st, Halo 3 Classic Throwback rotates in for Roaming King. February 28th, Warzone Turbo returns for the weekend. And finally, March 5th, the spring 2019 arena season begins. We're slowly working towards establishing a schedule for Warzone Turbo and Warzone Assault, which some of you have picked up on. We wanted to monitor the health of both playlists when in this rotation before locking it in as an official plan. Since they both continue to perform well, we'll be trying to run Warzone Assault during the middle weekend of each month and Warzone Turbo on the last weekend of each month. That means Warzone players should keep an eye out for one or the other rotating in every other weekend. Halo MCC, the next content update. The MCC team mentioned in their next content update is coming along nicely and will add lots of goodness while simultaneously fixing some pesky problems such as IP masking. I can't make any promises on a release date just yet, but please know that they're working hard to continue the positive trend. And finally, we got some Halo Infinite stuff. Kinda. Last week we announced that Justin Robbie, it's Robbie, right? I think it's Robbie.
Yeah. That's what I'd go with.
Yeah. Would be joining us at the studio in a newly created position, Director of Player Voice. He joined me on the 343 social stream. You can catch the rebroadcast at the link they provide. And we talk about his role, how he got in the industry, and plenty more. Now I think the only remaining thing for him to do is introduce himself and his role in a community update. Robbie, want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you'll be doing here at 343? Thanks, John. What a great question. It's funny. Since the announcement to be joining the team about a week ago, I've gotten to see what everyone else's perspective is on what my role will be and their expectations on what this means for the game. Some feel I should give them my number and take calls day and night. Others think I literally decide who gets to play the voice of Master Chief. I guess that's a way to interpret director of player voice. The majority of the community, though, understands fundamentally that I'm on the team, as a director or leader, to represent the diverse group of players who interact with Halo now, in the past, and in the future. Regardless of people's perception, which has been energizing, and what has been energizing is how excited the community is about having someone represent them for Halo Infinite. The director of player voice role is very multifaceted. It's about becoming a unifying voice that takes in all the different ways we gather player feedback. That means working with community, esports, flighting, test, and multitude of other avenues we use to collect feedback from the player. Then using those perspectives to ensure the player is heard and represented in the design and production of the game as it moves through development. It's also about ensuring that the game is verified against actual players in both very public and very behind closed doors methods, depending upon what avenue make the most sense for the game and where it is at in development. This role represents a shift that has been happening in 343 for a while, and I know many of you who have been following the work we have been doing on Halo the Master Chief Collection. It's critical to our success both as a studio and for Halo Infinite. Now I know words are cheap and I have seen some of that feedback already, so it's about showing you, and we will. So stay tuned and you will start to see ways in which you can find ways to engage and ensure the feedback is heard. In the meantime, I've been watching your videos on YouTube, hanging out in the Halo Discord server, reading threads on Waypoint and Reddit, and of course all the feedback I'm seeing on Twitter and social media. It's not going to be perfect. We are going to make mistakes. But you guys are a critical part of making Halo Infinite great. That's the part that excites me. So, thank you for the warm welcome, and now it's time for us to get to work. Thanks for jumping in and giving us some more insight as to how you're approaching the role. I'm ready to get back to work too. I'm glad that he was in that update, provided the community with what his role actually is, and that way, I said it before when we announced that he got the position, be nice. Be nice to him. He wants to do what's best for us and the community as a whole, so be nice. Will. Halo Lone Wolf issue 2 is out right now. And I quote, Linda058 is back in action with the second issue of her comic miniseries, Halo Lone Wolf. Pick up your copy in stores or online today. Next up, we have an MCC playlist update for February 6th, 2019. This is posted by Postums himself over on Halo Waypoint, and I quote, Good morning, MCC players. Today, on February 6th, we have a new playlist update focusing on updating various game types across the board in both social and competitive matchmaking games. These updates focus on feedback that has been given from the community and making some improvements to help increase the fun factor for the various playlists. For social games, 4v4 Halo 3 Assault, 1 Bomb Assault has been added for Ghost Town and Orbital. Halo 3 4v4 Assault Neutral Bomb is replacing Multi-Bomb Assault on Citadel, Heretic, and Isolation. 8v8 Halo 3 King of the Hill added Crazy King to Valhalla, Rat's Nest, Standoff, and Longshore. How about some competitive games? Well, for Halo 3 Team Arena, Neutral Bomb has replaced Multi-Bomb on Heretic and Isolation. And Halo 3 Team Arena Blackout Oddball, an exploit to get out of the map, has been fixed. And finally, a global change, Halo 3 Epilogue on Epitaph. The Brute Shot has been placed on the top mid floating platform to align with the legacy behavior. Will, that does it for some regular news. How about some competitive news, Will?
What do we got, Josh?
First and foremost, Team Beyond announces their own Halo 3 tournament. There's a tweet from Team Beyond, and I quote, We heard people were itching for high-stakes classic Halo. Announcing the February #Beyond Classic Halo 3 4v4. Halo 3 on MCC, a $2,000 prize pool, and it's free to enter. You can register at the link provided in the tweet. Next up, signups are nearly at an end for the Europa Halo Draft Cup. A tweet from Europa Halo, and I quote, Signups will close on Wednesday night after our podcast show on Twitch. We'll then announce captains by the weekend and a draft broadcast shortly after. Finally, we have some upcoming tournaments. This is all found over at noobcombo.com/events. So shout out to you once again, Maddie. Here are the upcoming tournaments. Tuesday, February 12th. That means the day this show releases. The Calgary Esports League Halo 3 MCC 4v4 is going to be taking place. Next up on Saturday, February 16th, we have the Grindbreak Esports Cafe Halo 3 4v4 and the Salt Flats 2019 Halo NHE 2v2. Finally, on Sunday, February 17th for this week, we have the Halo Project Brazil Halo 5 Free-For-All and the T Beyond Halo 3 4v4. So for those paying attention there, that's right, a Brazil Halo 5 tournament is going to be taking place. You read that correctly. You heard that correctly.
Crazy.
It's going to be insane. Will, that does it for the news. Will's got to write down the timestamp. And we're back. All right. Will, you see I didn't include something in the show notes because we don't have them. So
There are no scrims this week.
there you go. What do we got for some tournaments, Will?
All right, let's start off with the Halo Draft League match results. Let's get into it. We will again announce team names and rosters along with the series. So, first off, we had Casually Filthy go up against You're in Trouble. Casually Filthy included Abstract Kid, Takedown, Hero Walrus, great name, and Veronica. You're in Trouble was Boomy, Corsicrate, Spectra, and Turney. Game 1, Capture the Flag on Truth. 2-1 to You're in Trouble. Game 2 was Slayer on Plaza. 50-19 going to Casually Filthy. Game 3 was a Strongholds on Plaza. 100-38 going to Casually Filthy. And Game 4 was Oddball on Eden. 150-57 going to You're in Trouble to bring it to Game 5, which was a Slayer on Truth. It was 50-33. Casually Filthy takes home the series 3-2.
That, for being a Game 5 series, Game 1 was the only close one.
Yeah, it was really back and forth.
Yeah, everything else was a blowout for each team.
Casually Filthy was stronger in Slayer for sure.
Yep.
They dominated that Strongholds, which I feel like Strongholds, even if you're a good team, can get snowbally if you wrong things happen at the wrong time.
Oh yeah, and if you're able to hold a triple cap for a long enough time, it's like that game is basically over at that point. I mean, anything's possible. We've seen some dramatic comebacks, as we'll talk about in the community playdate. But like it's ridiculous.
Ooh, all right, and then we had You're in Trouble going up against Scars Esports. Roster for You're in Trouble was Sphere, Corsicrate, Spectra, and Ox. Scars had Collapse, Lava, Fireboy, and Furiously. Here we go. Game 1, Capture the Flag on Collie. 3-0 going to You're in Trouble. Game 2, Slayer on Plaza. 50-35 going to Scars Esports. Game 3 was Strongholds on Plaza. 100-27 going to Scars. Game 4 was Oddball on question mark?
Oh, I forgot. It's one of the Forge maps.
Echelon? Or Fisher?
Fish is
one of those maps. It was 150-36 going to Scars Esports. Scars takes it 3-1. Next up, Safety's Off versus Scars. So Scars roster was the same. Safety's Off was Pro Shot, Holic, I Am Tooth, and Nader Hater. Game 1, Capture the Flag on Truth. 3-1 going to Scars. Game 2, Slayer on Plaza. 100-54 going to Safety's Off. Game 3 was the Strongholds on Plaza. 100-54 going to Safety's Off. And Game 4 was an Oddball on Eden. 150-143. Close game going to Safety's Off.
Did you see I fucked up that Slayer game too?
Series score was 3-1. You said 100-54.
Yeah, that's a big Slayer game right there that I fucked up.
That's why, like,
I'm sorry. I knew I was missing something. But the things that I wanted to say real quick about those last two series. So EU are in trouble against Scars Esports. You're in trouble. Get that hot 3-0 to start things off, right? And then Scars are like, nah, man. Sorry, buds. And they just they destroy them in those last three games.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened basically in that Safety's Off versus Scars Esports matchup too.
I'm wondering if they're like not warming up, because I've noticed that too if I just jumped into an arena game without warming up, without doing anything, that first game's a little rough.
Sure, it could be.
So maybe they're just like, we know we're good enough, but we're not even going to practice, and then they jump in and then...
I have no idea.
Or they don't warm up, not practice, so to say.
I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next game. It was Safeties Off versus Stay Trippin'. Roster for Safeties Off stayed the same. Stay Trippin' roster includes Benji, Floppy, LD50, and Neo Shooter. So here we go. Game 1, Capture the Flag on Coliseum, 3-0 to Safeties Off. Game 2, Slayer on Plaza, 50-32 going to Stay Trippin'. Game 3 was Strongholds on Eden, 100-52 going to Safeties Off. Game 4 was an Oddball on Eden, 150-56 going to Safeties Off for a series score of 3-1 going to Safeties Off. Next, we had Scars Esports and Stay Trippin'. Rosters is the same as the previous two we've read. So here we go. Game 1, Capture the Flag on True, 3-2 going to Scars Esports. Game 2 was Slayer on the Rig, 50-35 going to Scars. And Game 3 was Strongholds on Plaza, 100-83 hot 3-0 for Scars Esports. VODs will be included within the Google Doc in the show notes. So standings, and we have our playoff picture. Here we go. Taking the first seed, and I believe, did they clinch
a first round bye?
A first round bye?
I think they did, yeah.
So Safeties Off comes in first place, going 8-1 on the season. Casually Filthy came in second at a 7-1. Third was Stay Trippin', going 7-2. Scars Esports in fourth at 7-2. Fifth was No Mercy, going 4-4. And sixth was Spellbound Gaming, going 4-5. And this was all based off of win percentage. So you hear all the amount of games didn't add up completely. So the percentage was 89 for Safeties Off, 88 for Casually Filthy, 78 for Stay Trippin', 78 for Scars, 50% for No Mercy, and 44 for Spellbound Gaming. So good luck to them in the playoffs. You're in trouble, Infusion, Sierra, and Harmony. Good luck next time around.
I think they're going to have signups for the next season really soon too. So if you guys aren't part of that Halo Draft League Discord yet, please join that up, because they have eights going on all the time too.
Yeah, even if not like competitive, but just eights to play.
Yep. If you're just looking to play some Halo, then definitely join that Discord up as well. And there's always people ready to hop in.
Josh, do you want to read through the AGLA Winter League 2019 results?
I would love to, Will. Thank you. So first and foremost, we had TBD going up against SML08 All-Stars plus Kazink. Game score was 5-4 TBD. Next up was Lumbridge White Knights going up against the All-Stars and Kazink. It was 5-4 going to Lumbridge White Knights. Next up was Straight Griffin versus We Respect Hose with a Z. Game score was 5-4 going to Straight Griffin. A few close games there to start things off. Let's see where this goes. Collateral Damage went up against Stat Patters United. Game score? Unfortunately, the Stat Patters United forfeited the game. So, Collateral Damage, you get a free win. Next up, we had We Respect Hose, with a Z, going up against All-Stars and Kazink. It was a hot 5-0 for We Respect Hose. Rooster Bucks to Blow going up against Necrobonk, 5-0. Rooster Bucks to Blow. Shadow Realm went up against Collateral Damage, another hot 5-0 going to Shadow Realm. Team Ninja versus Pork Chop Sandwiches. Game score, 5-2 going to Team Ninja. TBD went up against the Lumbridge White Knights, 5-2 going to TBD. Way to Fail going up against Necrobonk. Game score, hot 5-0 going to Way to Fail. Straight Griffin went up against the All-Stars plus Kazink. It was 5-1 going to Straight Griffin. All-Stars and Kazink going up against Way to Fail. The All-Stars revert back to their winning form, take the game in a hot 5-4. Next up was Necrobonk going up against We Respect Hose. Necrobonk winning 5-3. Then we had the Shadow Realm going up against Team Ninja. Actually, we got a lot of hot 5-0s to go, so here we go. Shadow Realm versus Team Ninja, 5-0 Shadow Realm. Rooster Bucks to Blow going up against Pork Chop Sandwiches. Rooster Bucks to Blow win with a 5-0. Never Let Go going up as Collateral Damage. Never Let Go with a 5-0. Rooster Bucks to Blow against Team Ninja. Rooster Bucks to Blow get another 5-0. Never Let Go versus Paradox Warriors. Never Let Go gets a 5-0. All right, I'm done with those. Next up, we have Straight Griffin going up against Rooster Bucks to blow. Straight Griffin comes in with a hot 5-4. Never Let Go went up against We Respect Hose. Never Let Go with a 5-3. Then, We Respect Hose going up against Way to Fail. We Respect Hose bounces back, takes their win 5-3. Straight Griffin went up against Paradox Warriors. 5-0 Straight Griffin. Straight Griffin then went up against Necrobonk. 5-0 Straight Griffin. Never Let Go went up against Necrobonk. 5-0 Never Let Go. Straight Griffin finally went up against Collateral Damage. Straight Griffin gets the hot and juicy final 5-0. Here are your standings for week 2 as they stand. For the Hammer Division, first place with 9 wins, Straight Griffin. Second place with 7 wins, Never Let Go. With 3 wins, Necrobonk. With 2, Ways to Fail, We Respect Hose, and Collateral Damage. And in 6th and 7th, both with 0 wins apiece, we have Stat Patters United and Paradox Warriors. And then for the Sword Division, in first with 7 wins, we have Rooster Bucks to blow. In second with 4 wins, we have Shadow Realm. In third place with 3 wins, Our Lady Tuna. In fourth place with 2 wins, TBD. In 5th, 6th, and 7th, all with 1 win apiece, we have Lumbridge White Knights, Team Ninja, and SML08 All-Stars and Kazink. And finally, in 8th place, with a lowly 0 wins, we have Pork Chop Sandwiches. Will, what do we got for the UGC Halo 3 Winter Series week number 1?
Okay. So here we go. We talked about the rosters and during Roster Mania, so I'm just going to run through the teams and their placing. So, first place currently is Tox with 150 points. Second place is Reciprocity with 100 points. In third, fourth, we have Status Quo and Denial with 70 points. In 5th through 8th, we have Rise, GMS, QDA Gaming, and Endless with 40 points. 9th through 16th, this graphic is very small. I have to lean into the computer. We have Mazer Gaming, Lux Gaming, Purple Dragons, Waste of a Seed, Lush, Serenity, Infinite, and Unorthodox Gaming, all with 30 points. And then 17th through 32nd, we have Elusive, Look Alive, OBS, Last Life GG, Sweet Revenge, Shady at the Door, Aspire Esports, Players Found, Project Base Mob, SUD, Essence, Bandits, Burger Town, Team Rot, Renowned, and Set on Fire with 20 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yes.
We got a little news.
We do.
A little controversy going on with the Winter Series.
Yes.
Would you like to iterate on the subject?
So, as in the Discord, I was saying that Ranty Josh might be coming out for this one a little bit in this episode. I'm gonna like reel him in so he's not gonna get too out there. But there is something that we need to talk about real quick. So, not necessarily miscommunication, but more of misunderstanding.
Not enough. I wouldn't say it was a miscommunication, but not enough clarification.
Yes. Very, very well said. So, we initially talked about this series last week, right? And, well, the announcement of this series last week. And what I initially thought and what others initially thought was that it was going to be $1,000 prize pool each week for the 6 weeks. Okay? Turns out that that's not the case. Turns out that it's actually $1,000 grand prize over the full 6 weeks.
So whoever gets the top amount of points wins the prize?
Yes. It may break down. So like it may not even be like the full 1,000 for the first place team. It may break down even further than that. But the fact of the matter is it is not $1,000 prize pool each week. Okay? So people were already a little bit turned off by that aspect of it. Then we had the issue where it was a 32-team double elimination tournament starting on a Friday night at 8 p.m. Central. You want to imagine when that tournament would have ended if what happened didn't happen?
Especially if you're on the East Coast?
Yeah.
You're starting then at 9?
It would have been like... I get that Halo players play Halo late, but like that's just That's an ungodly amount of time.
I mean, if it started at 8 Central for a double elimination bracket with 32 teams?
Yep, 32 teams.
Mm.
And that's not to say, like, and not all the matches started on time either, because people weren't reporting on time, so on and so forth, so things were delayed even further. So
Yeah.
it just compounds itself. It becomes a nightmare, realistically speaking. So that, along with the prize pool, didn't really sit well with a lot of people. To the point where teams quit. As soon as they got to losers bracket, they didn't play anymore. They didn't care. So, teams that left include Reciprocity, GMS, Denial, Lux, and probably others as well. So, if I'm not mistaken, Reciprocity beat Tox to send Tox to losers. Then, Tox came back, and then I think they dropped Rec to losers, or Rec just didn't care anymore. And so Tox won. If I'm not mistaken, I read in the Discord that APG was talking to one of the people from UGC, and I think he was talking about how Rec just stopped playing. Which means they gave Tox the win. Now, okay, here's where Ranty Josh may start to come in a little bit. We talk about it on the show all the time, Will, about how it shouldn't just always be about the money that's at the end. You know, you should want to compete for the sake of competing. But even I look at this situation and I'm like, I wouldn't even want to fucking do that. Like, I'm good. I don't want to stay up that late. Like, I have other shit to do. Especially for the potential at a share of $1,000 at the end of 6 weeks. I'm okay, dude. I'm quite all right. I mean, really, come on. That's not a lot at all, man.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was hilarious too? Is that, so after this week 1 tournament happened, right? Team Beyond goes out and they do their announcement for their tournament. And they're like, hey, those who actually want Classic Halo, guess what we're doing? We're having a single tournament. It's a $2,000 prize pool. And, it's free to sign up, whatever. And I'm like, kind of ironic that you guys came out with that as soon as this week 1 and this quote unquote controversy starts up.
Yeah. I mean, that had to have been in the plans before all this,
sure.
but it's just great timing.
It was
by
perfect
them, right?
timing, yeah. Perfect timing to get those teams signed up. But no, it's like, I'm torn. I'm so torn because if I was in that situation, I wouldn't want to be there either. Like, if I got dropped to losers and I have to try to fight my way back in that, and God knows how long that tournament would have lasted if people didn't drop out, fuck that. I'm okay.
Yeah. It bugs me a little bit that a top tier team like Reciprocity or even GMS, even Denial and Lux, would just drop it. Like, these
weren't trying to set that precedent that, like, hey, we're going to stay and compete through this.
Yeah. There's a stigma kind of out there about Halo pros being like, they feel like they're all high and mighty when they shouldn't. And this kind of brings a light to that even more. Now I get the circumstances suck, but if you put your name out there as a pro, you kind of have to be held in that higher light, in my opinion. I don't like seeing them drop out, although I perfectly understand why. Just sucks. I wish this would have been set up better from the beginning.
Well, luckily, I think they might be moving forward. So I was talking to Maddie and Silos, I believe, and a couple other people in the Discord in regards to this week 1 tournament that took place. And I said from the get-go, what UGC needs to do right now, like right after that tournament took place, right? What they needed to do at that time was they needed to get ahead of it. From the very beginning. They need to be like, yep, we screwed up. We recognize this. We're going to move forward and we're going to take your feedback into consideration. Mm-hmm. What do you guys want to see? Right?
Yep.
Then today, as we're recording this, I mean, not as we're recording, but earlier today, there was a post on the UGC Esports Discord from, I think it's Nin. It's Nin or Nine, but I think it's Nin on Discord. And he states, Looking for community feedback. Our purpose with the Winter Series is to create a place for competition and content in between live events. With that said, we want to approach this for the most convenience for players so that they have fun and don't feel like it's a job to compete in these smaller online events. Would people rather see Friday evenings or Saturday at noon? Did you like double elimination, or does it feel too many games for what it's worth? And last but not least, with it being a smaller event, do you like the best of 5 or prefer best of 3 again? Any and all feedback is great. We want to bring you content and fun. We know staying up late can be dreadful for something that doesn't have a large prize pool attached to it. So that was great.
Yeah.
Right? Super happy to see that today. Then they did what I wanted them to do from the get-go. Get on Twitter ahead of it. And they put on Twitter, and I quote, "Okay, Halo community, now's your chance to tell us what you want. For the hashtag H3 Winter Series, Friday evenings or Saturday afternoons. We're all ears." And there's a poll right now. We'll include the tweet in the show notes of the Google Doc of the show. You can check it out, place your vote, let people know what you want. So yeah, there's no need for Ranty Josh to come out because they've gotten ahead of it. One of my biggest issues is when there's an issue with the competitive community and the people responsible don't get ahead of it and start telling the community what the fuck is going on, right? Talk about it all the time. UGC, I applaud you. Thank you very much for doing this. You got ahead of the curve. Keep this going. Because we want to see competition happening all the time. We want to see these tournaments and we want to see them succeed. So by you guys getting out ahead of this, asking the community what they want, asking the pros what they want because they're going to be the ones competing in this, I think it's great.
And I love seeing this, and that, honestly, I like that it's not a huge prize pool because it's just more content in between larger events that
yes,
we've kind of been saying Halo has one event every few months. It's kind of hard to keep a community going when you don't have that, when you actually have that much span in between your content.
Right.
That's what, honestly, like a lot of social media, everything is all about the amount of content you put out and, you know, what you have to have that like schedule of what you're putting out and it has to be consistent. So
exactly.
if you have only things here or there for Halo, it's not going to be flourishing like you want it to be.
Nope. And the other thing what else? There's one other thing I wanted to say in regards to this. The prize pool. Okay. We got into a conversation on Discord about the grassroots program and what could or could not be happening with that. In which case, what is the amount that 343 is willing to give out for tournament organizers?
Yeah.
Right? What are they willing to contribute? We don't know that information. We don't have that information. And I'm not going to sit here and speculate on that because that involves money and I'm not in the mood to get in that shit. But they got, when 343 announced the grassroots program, everything was like rainbows and daisies, right? It's like, oh my God, they're listening. This is a great way for them to support content creators. And now it's like, well, what's happened?
Yeah, well, they've signed up like what, 5 or 6 content creators now?
Yeah, and
like streamers, I mean.
Right. Now what do they do? Like what does the grassroots program do for them right now?
Provide them with giveaways?
As in?
Well,
the grassroots nameplate. And the BR skin.
Oh, that's what they're giving away.
Yep. They're giving away codes for those. That's
Gotcha.
what it's been so far. And like a tweet or two from the HCS account. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've personally seen. Okay. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they're going to be at South by Southwest, if I'm not mistaken as well. I don't know if that includes them being flown out there.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. You want to have that grassroots event. You want to have that grassroots program, like, you know, recognized and yeah.
But
so hopefully they would be. At
this point, it is kind of like, so what's going on? Because
right.
I mean, I'm sure they partnered with UGC. We know that.
Yep.
Anyone else that we know of?
Well, they partnered with Gamers for Giving.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of them for sure. Oh man.
And what's the Dallas
DreamHack?
Event?
They partnered with DreamHack. Well, Dallas is that's South by Southwest.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Wait,
So I thought it was, isn't it DreamHack Dallas?
And then it's South by Southwest in Austin.
Gotcha.
Both Texas cities.
Yeah.
Yes. Both events are happening in Texas. But yeah, I think it's DreamHack Dallas, South by Southwest in Austin.
So interesting.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to wait. I mean, for lack of a better phrase, we'll just have to wait and see. But like when we have more of the grassroots information, we can talk about that further. We just don't have anything right now. I don't know. We don't know the status of the applications that went out. We don't know who's been approved, who's been denied, if anything's been happening. They say they're going through them. So I don't know.
I'm wondering if they're looking for a certain criteria that's on more of a UGC level.
Sure.
Than what,
Very well could be.
Everyone thought this was going to be, every single content creator that does Halo.
Right,
Everyone's like,
yeah.
oh, I'm going to put my name in the hat.
Right.
And that's what all the hype was about. But maybe that's not really what this program is. It's more of the organizers and
Yeah.
things like that.
And the bigger streaming personalities. So on and so forth. I mean, like we said, we haven't seen much. So there very well could be a plethora of stuff happening.
That we just don't know about. Maybe
Exactly.
it could be all behind closed doors right now.
Right. And it could all be amazing.
And honestly, you have 343 Industries, which is working on MCC constantly.
Yep.
They're working with these current organizers to get, those whatever grassroots program is out to them.
Yep. They're
working on Infinite. They got a lot going on.
They do. And now Halo Outpost Discovery as
Halo
well.
Outpost. They got Halo Wars 2.
Yep. They're still doing balance patches for that.
I feel like this studio is doing a lot that a lot of people don't realize.
343 isn't Halo Wars 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Creative Assembly. Completely separate studio.
Still.
No, they're working on a lot of Halo stuff, for sure.
There's tons of Halo stuff out there. Yeah, I would like a little bit more transparency, but what are you going to do? Could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse.
Love about 2 fucking phrases for this show. It's great. Anything else you want to talk about with tournaments before we move on, Will?
No, I think that's it. I'm just, I wish there was a little bit more Halo stuff going on.
Sure. I mean,
we're
going to say this is the calm before the storm. Because if you think about it, next month is going to be fucking huge, dude. We have Gamers for Giving.
Yeah.
And then basically right after that is the HCS Invitational at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And realistically, during that same time is when my daughter might be born. So it's like, my God.
You know what's going to happen?
I swear, don't say it.
Grand final.
Don't shut up.
Josh,
don't say it.
Josh, we need to go. But Reciprocity's playing talks. Josh.
And they're winning in the grand finals. I can't leave.
Josh, my water broke. I need to go now. No, we're staying.
Call Vicky. I don't have time for this. We'll be in a Discord call and I'll be like, hey, Will, can you see if Vicky can bring the child to the hospital? I mean, we got something going on here, man.
Oh shit. No, it's isn't it more late March that it's happening?
Yeah, but that's when South by Southwest is happening. It's late March.
All right.
Like the 24th, isn't it?
I thought it was sooner than that.
No, I don't think so.
My times are all messed up. I thought my birthday was not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. I thought we had our freaking Halo 1v1 tournament this weekend.
Yeah, no.
I need to get I have it all on my Google Calendar, right? It's all there for me to look at, but I just can't get it straight in my head. So.
It's okay. I'm looking this up real quick.
What are you looking up right now? The Gamers for Giving in South by Southwest dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
What are you more excited for? What do you think is going to be the more
Invitational
hype tournament? The Invitational?
Yeah, I do. Oh, here we go. So hopefully I don't miss the Invitational. So the Invitational is taking place the 16th through the 7th. Well, wait, no. The 15th through the 17th. So Friday through a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gamers for Giving is at the end of March, which takes place Saturday the 23rd and Sunday the 24th.
Okay, so you could miss Gamers for Giving.
It could be right there. Because she is to be induced at the end of March. And they're for sure doing that. We have it confirmed. So it's just a matter of time now.
All right. Anything else you want to add in for tournaments?
No, man. I'm excited for the big ones to come back. That's what I'm excited for.
I just get so hyped about Halo when those large events are going on.
Yeah. And I think with all the other stuff that's happening during the Invitational, like the Snipe Down v Lethal matchup and whatnot, I think there's going to be so many cool things that are happening there. So while Will and I won't be there, like, if you guys are, if anybody is listening is able to go to those events, especially Gamers for Giving as well, please take the time and go there if you're able to. Be a part of that larger experience that's there. Be part of that hyped crowd and just enjoy it. Just bask in it.
I just had an idea as well for our Discord.
What?
We should do a event pictures section.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
So we can see what you were up to while you're there and what you thought was cool, and
we could do like an HCS Pro Talk community photo album.
Put it on the Instagrams.
We could put it on the Instagram.
So everyone can check it out.
With permission of the people who took the pictures, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Just spitballing here.
Yeah, it'd be cool. We could even do we could just do like a shareable Google photo album as well. And that way everybody can take a look and whatnot. Give the people credits on the social medias and
yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
We'll get it in the works.
We'll do it up. Okay. Will, it's time for some shout-outs. First and foremost, shout out to everyone who participated within the community playdate that took place over the weekend. We got Goalie Sniper, Snipe N21, Silos the Villain, High Tech Redneck 3, Savik Slayer, Scud Puddle, American Ripper, and Sean for Japan. Special shout out to High Tech Redneck and Savik Slayer, Shane, in other words. This was their first community playdate that they were able to attend. It was great having you guys. So thank you very much, and we hope to see you again in the upcoming ones as well. Also, Sean for Japan was a late addition, getting closer to the end of the night, but it was great to have you as well, Sean, so thank you very much. And then also, shout out to Lottie and Grim Brother 1 for their respective birthdays that happened last week as well. And thank you guys for the shout out as well. That was really nice. Will, that's it for the shout outs. What do we got for the massive amount of community creations?
Here we go. I'm going to read through these quick because there's a lot of them. But we do have Me Monday on Reddit. What do you know? We have Top Halo Clips Week 3 winner. Congratulations to Lady Vanquish for winning the Week 3 giveaway. Her clip had tremendous amount of love with 80 likes and over 1,200 plus views. She's walking away with a much-deserved Grassroots nameplate for MCC and Grassroots BR skin for Halo 5. We have Gung Fu, which was a montage by Office Hyena. Go check it out on YouTube.
It's really good.
We have Halo Twitch Clips 9.0 and 10.0 by Halo Twitch Clips. Both videos over on YouTube as well. We have the Muggsy UGC Halo Classic Photo Album, of course by Muggsy, over on Twitter. Go check out all of his great pictures. We have Puckett's Top 10 Plays of the Week, number 4 by Puckett and Plaza Plays. Again, another YouTube video for you to watch. We have the Forge Hub Community Favorite Map Vote for January announced by Forge Hub. Over on Twitter, they posted Fever Pitch 4v4 Slayer by Sycamik. Another, you give me more roster mania at the end of the show.
I got to keep you on your toes, Will.
Sycamikenko? I don't know. And Blaze wins first place in their community favorite map vote for the month of January. There you go. Europa Halo announces a monthly podcast by Europa Halo. Over on Twitter, they said, join us on Wednesday night, 8:15 p.m. for our first episode of the new monthly Nightfall podcast. This month, we will discuss the state of EU Halo, along with at MK Viable Manatee and Great Ted Treadshift. Go check them out on Twitch TV/Europa Halo. Tune in to join the discussion. DM if you're interested in being a guest. Them, not us.
You have to preface that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then over on YouTube, Halo Bolt 2.5 VOD is now available. It was done by Mudcat. He casted the whole thing. You can see my epic fail in our first game.
You can watch us shoot and teabag Tasman's body. You can see us shit on Scud Puddle. It's great. It's like the highlight reel just of our team because we won the whole thing. So
it's the highlight reel of Josh, Silos, and Brian, and my shit reel of falling off the map.
It was your highlight reel too.
I fell off the map a couple times. I naded my own teammates. I'm looking the wrong way. Mudcat knew when I was out of position and just decided to watch me then. That's just what it was.
Curse of the caster.
I guess so.
Yep. Yep. Your viewpoint from the moment the game started and you drop off the map, curse of the caster.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him that the next time too.
You should.
God damn.
I'm so happy this VOD's out finally.
I'm not.
So happy. Oh man.
That's what we got. That's all the community creations for the week.
All right, Will. Without making you endure for much longer, I'm just gonna get right to the point. Please, Will, plug the show.
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We are on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, Pocket Cast, others as well. Leave us a review and let others know about the show. You can find us over on Discord. Join the community discussion. A lot of great things going on over there. Possibly new photo section coming, as we just discussed. You can join our Xbox Club or Spartan Company. Great way for us to find you during those community playdates. You can follow us on all the social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, a Mixer. Again, at HCS Pro Talk. And then we also have our own Esportspedia page, which is awesome. I was so excited when that happened. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. Josh.
Yes, Will.
What do we have on our next episode? And I think something to add here, we finally nailed down another interview.
We did. Yes. So first and foremost, we'll have our final details on the HCS Pro Talk Halo 5 1v1 tournament. So that'll be taking place next week. We're also going to be going over Will's birthday shenanigans because, Will, it's your birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Of course.
I'm excited because we're going to be playing games all day and night.
We're still doing the...
Yeah, we're still fucking doing it here.
All right, awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. We are doing it, Will.
For those who can't see, because there's no video yet, Josh is vigorously shaking his head at me.
That would have been
bobblehead.
That would have been amazing if that was on video right there. Oh, thank God. No, so that'll be really exciting. And then, like Will just hinted at, we have our next interview locked down. It is going to be with Zach of Money Matches, along with multiple other businesses, and recently of Denial. So we will have him on the show. The recording will be taking place on March 9th, which is a Saturday, which means it'll be in the episode that releases just after that Saturday.
On the 12th.
Yes, on the 12th of March.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that one. And then also, like we said before, after the Zach interview, we plan on having DJ Blue on the show to talk about anything and everything he can about Halo Outpost Discovery. So stay tuned for that one as well. And then we'll be reaching out to pro players and whatnot as well. I think it'd be nice to have, as we talked about, I think it'd be nice to have a pro player on kind of around or a little bit after a major tournament takes place, because that way that's a little bit more fresh in the mind. We can talk about that a little bit further as well.
Yeah, well, I have some ideas around that as well. So we'll spitball.
Perfect.
Later, and we'll see what comes of it.
Hell yeah. Got a lot of things in the pipeline. It's going to be a great year. Will, I think that's going to do it for episode 59 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next week with a lot of tournament results. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a lot more to talk about. We love you. We'll miss you until next week. Keep the conversation going on the social medias and the Discords. We love to see you there. But until next week, bye-bye!